Hello YouTube and Diablo fans. This is the first of a series of short videos about how to play Diablo 3. For fun, not for an item hunt, not for farming or leveling for their own sake. This game has been sharply criticized, and it does have several drawbacks. For one thing, many affixes are useless on gear. There's very little variety in how to gear a powerful hero. Stacked attack speed and critical hits for offense, and stacked armor and resistance for survival. The game can quickly become boring or frustrating when set either too easy or too hard. Neither of these is fun at all. If you play for the item hunt, you may feel unrewarded most of the time, and cheated by legendary items with poor stats. There are good things about the game that can outweigh the negatives if you take the time to cultivate them and note the experience. I really like the presentation and art style. Diablo 3 avoids looking like a cartoon, without overdoing some of the grotesque monsters. Despite a bad story, good voice actors make the game's minor characters memorable, and the dialogue is occasionally amusing. Several of the hero characters are simply awesome. I think that the female monk, the male barbarian, the female demon hunter, and the male monk are the best. I really like the way that the development team has supported the game post-release, fixing several shortcomings. Late Hell and Inferno difficulty were not proportioned to natural character development, which made them too hard, but monster power settings addressed that. Legendary items were too infrequent, and frequently horrible when they did drop. Later patches improved this. My monk has ultimately gotten 3 fist weapons, several valuable cells, and some legendary items that I use on followers. The real reason to play a game, of course, is the gameplay. The combat system of Diablo 3 is fundamentally simple. Movement, 6 powers, and incoming damage of 3 types: ranged, melee, and affix. What these add up to is a deep and challenging system, because the game encourages you to fight a variety of randomly generated bosses that spawn in the world, but to use a single build for one play session. This challenges you to use builds that function well in a variety of situations, and offers you 2 distinct playstyles. The first is a utility build that lets you face the highest difficulty practical for your gear. For instance, this character has 580,000 effective hit points, 40,000 DPS. I use a build with 3 survival passives. 5 of the 6 active skills have survival aspects as well. Only 1 skill is dedicated to damage output.
Great beneath the endless tide. My will falters. My strength fails. My strength returns. My will is not yet recharged. My injuries are too severe. return. My wounds are closing.
This type of build allows you to tackle harder challenges without being murdered by the incoming damage. The second playstyle is to gear and build a hero around the fantasy of your chosen class. I build a monk, and the developers have designed this class to fulfill the fantasy of being a blur of fists, of darting in and out of melee. And they also provide the legendary set for the monk in his grandeur. This hero has 300,000 effective hit points, 50,000 DPS, and I use a build with maximum movement speed. With active and passive skills together, 4 increased mobility, 2 improved dodging ability, 2 regained spirit, and none of the skills deals damage only, without some other effect as well.
Fails. The strong strike through me. My injuries are less severe. My injuries are too severe.
This playstyle makes you fast and hard-hitting, generally surviving through the avoidance of most damage. Be sure to check out the next video in this series, where I overview the gear of my heroes, and show the kind of gear needed to tackle Inferno. Thanks for watching.